What's up? My name is Mark. I am a photographer slash videographer, and today I am 26, which means I have 1 year left to become successful at what I do. Now, I work full-time as a photographer slash videographer, and that's great, but at the moment, I pretty much just make enough to pay the bills and to get by. I'm not making a living and I'm not making a successful business out of this. That needs to change by the time I'm 27 because that's the age that I decided I wanted to be successful at what I do. So I've got a couple of goals that I've set out that I need to that I need to complete for me to sort of reach that goal. And I think making this vlog series is going to be a really great way of, one, keeping accountability. So if I'm talking about what I'm doing and having summaries of what I'm doing, then it's going to keep encouraging me to make more steps forward in my career. Another thing is that it's going to be a great way to maybe coach some people who are just starting out or kind of in the same place that I am, where they're sort of semi-successful, and help you avoid some of the mistakes that I'm going to make, or give you some ideas on things you can do differently or try that might work. So I have a couple of goals that I want to hit, and they are essentially number one, which is book 15 weddings at one time. So not have done 15 weddings, because I've done plenty of weddings in the past, back when I was living in Australia and even in Scotland, but it's always been like I'll have maybe 2 or 3 booked at any one time, and I'll do other work to fulfill what I do. But what I'm going to do is I want to be more of a dedicated wedding photographer slash videographer. So 15 in one go before I start shooting any. I currently have 3 booked, but the next one I have is in October. So unless I book, 12 more before October, that goal hasn't been reached yet. So that's the first big one, and that's going to be a lot of where my financial stability comes from. The second one is I want to hold a successful exhibition. Now, I love printing. I've wanted to print for so long, and I'll try and leave some images around on the kind of photos that I print and the sizes that I print. When you print a photo, you see a lot more detail. We get things like 4K now, which sounds awesome, but photos are significantly higher resolution than that. So when you print them and you see that resolution, it's awesome. My current plan is to create an exhibition of ultra large prints done on fine art paper and displayed somewhere where they can be viewed full size. Currently, the plan is to put 21 landscape photos together. I'm in the middle of planning that. So if I can get that done by August 1st next year, awesome. That's another massive goal for me. Fingers crossed that I can do it. I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a really cool project because I'll be able to go on, film myself going on these trips and show you a little bit about landscape photography and how I go about it, because the way I go about it is not super common. I think it's a little bit different to how a lot of people do it. So we'll see how that goes. And the third one is to really ramp up the quality of the Northern Home series that I run. Northern Home is kind of inspired by mahogany and tiny desk sessions and things like that, where it's a live performance video by artists, and I go around certain areas in Scotland and I film these videos, and I've got it down to a process, and it was going really well, but then obviously because of COVID I had to stop doing it, and I haven't really picked it up again since. But Scotland is starting to open up and we can now go out and do these things. So the plan is to come back to it, kind of like season 2, but bring the production quality way up here, because at the moment they look fine, and I'm happy with them, but I think I can do a lot better. So that's kind of the plan with those. So the goal is to, from this week, have one done every single week. So I want to have 52 Northern Home videos from 2020 to 2021. I really need to get on that. I haven't got anything planned for this week, but I will work on it today, basically. I'll start trying to get something filmed together, and I'll make a little video and a wrap up about that. So those are my 3 main goals that I want to do, and I want to do other stuff as well, and I've got plenty planned, but those are the 3 main things. And if I finish those 3 things, I will happily consider myself successful, and I'll be able to keep going on, and hopefully my career steps up from there. And maybe next year I'll make another set of goals that I can film and see how we go. This has been week 1. We've got 52 weeks left to go, and we'll see what happens.